What exactly is highway obstruction? Is it just about blocked roads, or can leaving your bins out or overgrown hedges also count? In this episode of Civic Code UK, we break down the laws around highway obstruction, the powers local authorities have to act, and what you need to know to avoid hefty fines or even prosecution. Whether you're a business, a resident, or just curious about your rights, this video will give you the legal clarity you need. First, let's define what a highway is. In UK law, a highway isn't just a road for cars. It includes footpaths, pavements, bridleways, verges, and even some alleyways and shared access routes. If the public has a legal right to pass and repass without hindrance, it's a highway regardless of whether it's adopted by the local authority or privately maintained. This distinction matters because the law applies to the entire highway, not just the bit where vehicles drive. So, what actually counts as an obstruction? Under the Highways Act 1980, an obstruction is anything that interferes with the free passage along the highway. It could be builders' skips or scaffolding placed without permission, parked vehicles blocking pavements, commercial waste, furniture, or stock placed outside a shop, bins left permanently on the footway, or even overgrown hedges that push pedestrians into the road. It doesn't have to completely block the highway to be illegal. Even partial obstruction that limits accessibility, like forcing a wheelchair user or parent with a buggy into the road, can be an offence. The main legislation here is the Highways Act 1980, and there are several key sections you should know about. Section 137. It is a criminal offence to willfully obstruct the free passage along a highway without lawful authority or excuse. Section 148 prohibits placing materials like timber, machinery, or other items on the highway. Section 149 allows local authorities to remove obstructions and recover the costs. Section 161 makes it an offence to deposit anything that causes danger or injury to highway users. Local councils can enforce these powers, and in serious or dangerous cases, so can the police. Let's put this into perspective with a few real-life scenarios. A business owner leaves advertising boards and goods outside the shop, blocking the path. That's obstruction. A contractor places scaffolding on a narrow footway without applying for a license, again, obstruction. A resident allows ivy and hedges to spill halfway across the pavement. That too is an obstruction, even if unintentionally caused. A van regularly parked across the curb, blocking access for pedestrians. That's enforcement worthy, even if the driver thinks it's just temporary. In all these cases, enforcement can be triggered through complaints, inspections, or officer patrols. Penalties vary depending on the type and severity of obstruction. Fixed penalty notices (FPNs) can range from £100 to £500. If taken to court under Section 137, fines can reach up to £1,000. Local authorities can also issue legal notices requiring the removal of the obstruction. And under Section 149, if it's not removed in time, they can do it themselves and charge the offender for the cost. For businesses, this is particularly risky. Repeated offences or ignoring a council notice could lead to formal action, court costs, and reputational damage. Fortunately, avoiding highway obstruction is simple. Always apply for permission before placing anything like a skip, scaffold, or hoarding on the public highway. Keep trees, hedges, and bushes trimmed to the boundary line. Don't leave bins or waste on the pavement for extended periods. And never use the highway as an extension of your business premises without written consent. If in doubt, check with your local authority first. Highway obstruction isn't just a legal issue, it's about keeping public spaces safe, accessible, and fair for everyone. Stay informed, stay compliant, and help build a cleaner, safer community. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Civic Code UK, your go-to guide to UK laws, explained simply.